everything to be an underground king. Underground king. I sacrifice everything to be an underground king.
What it do, kings and queens? It's your boy, the UP King, the people's champ, and we back with another video. And today, we priming today, man. We got a beater with a heater. That's what we gonna call it. A beater with a heater. That A to B transportation. Nothing special, but we wanted to look good. We wanted to look all together and be presentable when we out. So it's a beater with a heater. I said that 3 times, but that's what it is. So we just gonna prime this up because we on a budget. And let me just show you what we're using since we're on a budget. Let's go. All right, so as you can see, we got us some dupli-color primer surfacer, some high build primer. It's basically a lacquer base. And we're gonna use this as our budget primer today. As you can see, we got Spray's little brother, the R500 1.7. Hopefully I can find a link for you guys. It'll be in the description if I can find one for you. So if you want to get one at the 1.7 to be able to spray primer, you'll be able to. But this is what we're using for our budget. It's a budget build. We want to spray this on, be able to block it out, and it's going to give us that high build primer that we need to cover our areas that need some primer. So now that you see that we're using the dupli-color high build primer, let's get to some action, man. We ain't talking today, man. We getting to this work. Let's get it. All right, so what we are getting ready to prime is a Toyota Corolla. It has seen better days, but we're gonna try to make it look as presentable as possible. But before that, we are going to prime this thing on up. Couple spots that we did some body work on. Make it look pretty good. Got most of it broke down, not everything, but most of it. As you can see, we got it taped off in there. We didn't get no paint off in the trunk. Got it all taped up, ready to go. This was a rough one. Rough. But again, A to B transportation. And we're gonna make it look presentable. So let's get right on into it. Oh yeah, if you're wondering, we mixing this 2 to 1, not 1 to 1. It definitely tells you to mix it 2 to 1. I have a video on this, but when you mix it 1 to 1, it's kind of like spraying a sealer rather than a high build primer. It's real thin. So I like to mix it at 2 in 1 with 2 parts of the actual primer, then 1 part of the reducer. That makes it a little bit thicker. That way it'll build up real nice and you have something to block out. Make sure you give it enough time to dry out and evaporate as it should. That way it'll block out a lot easier. With this, you get some shrinkage. Of course, it's being a lacquer. It's going to get some shrinkage, but allow it to dry out so it won't shrink as much. So I'm going to mix this up 2 to 1, get it in the gun. As you see, we're about ready to go. And we're going to get to it. Let's do it. everything primed up like I wanted to. And yes, as you can see, I did not prime the whole entire vehicle, just some areas that I wanted to get primed, the areas where I did body work. But not everything got covered. Again, this is a budget spray job. So we're gonna do this budget-wise. This might be something that you might run into, but you still wanna get it done on a budget. You saw me spray a lot of different areas on the vehicle instead of the whole thing. And that is an option that you may have. This is just gonna be an A to B vehicle that's gonna be used when necessary. But when it is used, it again will look presentable. And that's what you want. You want your vehicle to be presentable. That way nobody really believes that you're just rolling around in a piece of junk. All right, so another short video. Hopefully this video shows you how you can get your vehicle primed on a budget. You don't have to prime the whole vehicle. You can prime certain spots, certain areas that you did body work. You know, if it happens to be some areas where you got some bare metal, a lot of time you want a self-etch or your epoxy primer. But in this case, we on a budget. We getting it all done with the dupli-color primer surfacing. So we're gonna knock it all out. Now, can it fail? Sure, it could fail. It's possible. I won't even say that it can't. But we on a budget, and you might be on that budget too. So you just wanna get it in, get it done, and get it out your hair. And this is a way that you could do it. So what we gonna do after this, I'm gonna get this thing prepped up, and then we're gonna put some paint on it. And don't worry, it's going back white. So again, the white spots that you still see that ain't all primed, it's gonna get covered, and it's gonna cover well. So again, this might be something that you can do in your garage. Of course, you heard the small compressor going on. So yes, we did this with the small compressor. Yes, we did this with the lvlp. Spray its little brother. And we got the job done. You saw it. You saw me spraying. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back to work. Hopefully you get back to work on your projects too. Just another video showing you that you can do this. You can do this. Come on now, get back in that garage and get these projects done. Listen, this is your boy, the UP King, the People's Champ, and we out.
Everything